Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to my little addiction, also known as Satisfactory. I just can't keep myself away from this game at the moment. It's just too much fun and I really want to be working on this more and more and more. So I figured I might try making this a 2-episode a week thing. We'll see how it goes. It may not stay particularly consistent, but we'll see how we get on. I need to pick a new milestone. I think I want to go for part assembly next, because that's going to get us access to the assembler, along with rotors and modular frames. The assembler is like the constructor, but you can have 2 inputs, so you can make some of the more complex things like the rotors, modular frames, the reinforced iron plates and all that sort of stuff. So we'll select that. And now what we need to do is we need to start getting everything together for that. So I do need to go on a copper run. I need some more copper and I need loads more concrete. So give me a sec. I want to check to see if the MAM is doing anything. Flower petals analyzed.
R&D wishes me to tell you these colored petals are useful for 2 things: dating and creating color cartridges. Mandatory reminder that you are under 24/7 surveillance. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
I'm glad that I'm under constant surveillance. That's always reassuring. Okay, we'll dump all this stuff. Yeah, we're going to go on a run for some limestone. We'll go and grab some copper while we're out here as well. I should start automating the concrete production, just because it would make things easier. But with just 1 deposit at the moment, I know where others are. I know where to find more. It's just going to be a little bit of a slow process to get all this stuff sorted. I'm mostly focused on the iron, because that is stuff that we use in almost everything. There we go, copper, lovely. Let's go and turn all this stuff into the various things we need. Right, I have more concrete, so I want to slap down some more foundations, but I want to try and just focus on moving my iron along in this direction. So I'm not going to be expanding it all over the place just yet, because what I want to do is I want to tidy up where all of my iron processing, so all of the rods and the plates are going. I will take all of these, however. I want to just get rid of all of this storage. I've got room to shift everything around at the moment, so let's just clear some space, tidy things up, and make things look good. Shall we? I think that's going to be a good idea. Okay, so I've managed to get rid of all of the... Oh, not all of the iron constructors. You were making plates, so we'll shift you out of the way as well. But we've got 2 full belts of iron coming out of our smelters. This tree is still very much in the way, but we'll deal with it in due time. So we can support... How much of what do I want? That's the big question. Because 1 smelter can support 1 machine making iron plates, or it can support 2 making rods. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to do maybe 2 smelters making for 2 sets of plates, or do I want to do 3 sets of plates and 2 constructors making rods? This is where the ratios are going to, or this is where the factory build is going to start getting interesting, because I've got to figure out what I actually need. I'm going to bring some conveyor poles down this way just to kind of mark out where my belts are going. I'll start bringing the iron down. I don't really feel the need to kind of try and get things as kind of I don't feel the need to try and put things into small compressed spaces. I want to try and make a good amount of use, give myself room to work with, if that makes any kind of sense. Compact, that's the word that I was trying to look for. I'll start worrying about that sort of stuff later on when we get some more kind of belt stuff that will allow us to do those sorts of things, where we can really kind of confine things. We can get the belts to stack on top of each other, which is a very handy little thing. For now, however, I want to figure out where all my power lines are going. Power lines are coming down this side, I believe, so stick you on there. And they're going every 2. So we want to stick things like that, I think. We'll take our constructors, and we want kind of stick you in the middle-ish. These are kind of awkward in their size. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit another one there, unfortunately. I don't think. No. That rock is just massively in the way. I mean, if there's a way to get rid of rocks, I'm not sure if there's a way to get rid of ones that big. But what I'll do here, I think, will be get a splitter. Make sure that I've got the... get it lined up correctly with things over this side. Plonk you down like that. And then you are just going to come out over here and weave in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for 3 machines making plates and then 2 machines making rods. Connect some power up and away they go. Good. Right, that's got 1 belt dealt with. So now this belt we need to split into 2 so that half of it can go into 1 constructor making more plates, and then the other half can go and get split again and turned into, or sent into 2 machines that are making rods. And I'm already out of concrete again, but this smelter making copper has now run out. So I suppose I'll take that as an opportunity to get rid of this stuff and get it out of the way. We can move the copper production somewhere else. Also gives me an opportunity to tidy up my power lines, which is nice. Ooh, we are getting very close to edging up on the hub. I think it might be time to move that soon. I'm going to have to find a good spot for that. You are going to be my last plate machine. So we're going to take this belt. We'll bring you... We'll put the pole there, and then we'll put another pole along here, I reckon. I think that lines up perfectly. It does, but I've pointed it in the wrong direction, so that was dumb. There we go, and you're making plates. Good. So that will split 50-50, and then we can bring... we can put another splitter in here, so you can connect in like that. Connect you in there, you're making rods, and then I think I might need to move the hub, but I'm not 100% sure on where I actually want to put the damn thing. So at the moment, I might just work around things. Again, this is by no means like a final design. Oh, I'm missing reinforced plate now. Damn. Okay, I need 3 of those. At the moment, I just need the production. It doesn't really matter where things are. Oh, encroaching on this clearance. That hub does need to move. Alright, get out of it. There it goes. I might just move the hub over here. It doesn't really matter where it goes. So, we can put a final location for it soon. Find somewhere else for it to go. But for now, yeah, I'm just going to wedge that constructor right next to the other one and plug it up. Making iron rods. Make it happen. Then I'm going to want to put some storage somewhere around here for all of the stuff that's being made. Bring a merger in around this way. I'm now missing concrete, of course. Okay. Let me go and let me power all of this stuff. Actually, I can't power any of that stuff because I haven't got concrete for making power lines. Oh, how wonderfully useful. Right, there we go. That should get all of the machines running. How's the power looking? Not too bad, but I don't think all of the machines further down the line have kicked into action just yet. We'll see how things go. But yes, we need to put down a little bit more foundation. Hopefully that'll work. Connect you in there. Connect you in there. Nice. Then I want a big storage container right out here. One for plates. I'm going to stick one right next to it for the rods. I think I need more concrete for putting more. Yeah, I do. Okay. But I've got enough plates and I think enough rods for loading up the part assembly milestone, so we'll get that set off. I'm short on rods, so I'll hold off on that for a little bit. But we are going to need to get the copper more organised. We're going to have to start actually automating that, I think, because I could do with having... I was hoping to get a full stack of these things. It's fine. I'll go and grab some copper and I'll come back. In fact, what do I need for making a miner? Oh, I need concrete for making a miner, so not quite automating the copper just yet, but we can certainly keep that in mind. That will probably happen soon enough. In fact, we'll pick up the miner. We'll just take it with us. Who cares? It's not going to look particularly pretty, but it doesn't really matter. I just need it connected. I just need to be able to input stuff. This is definitely, you know, the belts are more than going to be capable of dealing with this throughput. Even with the plates, I think, yeah, they make 15 a minute. The belts can transport 60. So these machines should eventually empty out of their supply. It's going to take a little while, but it'll get there. But at the moment, things are going pretty damn well. Let's grab the rest of that so we can get the rods all sorted. Then we need to have a look at automating copper, and I might finally get around to automating the production of concrete as well, just to make things a little bit easier on myself. So I want to bring some foundations out over this way. I want to sort the copper and concrete stuff out on this side of everything. Why did you... never mind, you actually connected with things, so that doesn't matter. I am going to need... What am I going to need? I'm going to need some screws. And reinforced iron plate. So... I'm going to need more reinforced iron plate just to make more... more stuff. Stuff's the right word. One of these rod machines will be able to support one screw production constructor. So I'll fiddle around with that soon enough. For now I'm just going to make stuff by hand and get the things that I need. Limestone miner! Boom! Awesome. Okay, let's get a constructor for making some concrete. I suppose, yeah, get you in line with the miner, why not? I just need to bring some power over. And, of course, I want a big storage bin as well. Let's get you there. you make concrete. Let's connect these lines up, and away you go. Yes? Yes. Good. Right, I should probably check my biofuel supplies. I'm hoping that these things are all running okay. They're doing alright for now. Yeah, not burning through stuff too quickly. Some of these have still got a decent amount of supply as well. I'm certainly thinking a biofuel run is going to be needed soon enough. But there we go, that's some automated concrete production, and that's just fantastic. Now we need to sort out some copper. I could also do with trying to supercharge this. I haven't researched, or I haven't done the milestone for overclock production, have I? I've researched the slugs, I just haven't unlocked the actual production of, the power shards, power crystal things, whatever. Never mind. Never mind. We'll get to it eventually. This is kind of why I prefer just sticking with the little portable miners. Because this thing only pumps out 30 per minute. And this thing requires 45 per minute. So, yeah, we're running a little short for, like, flawless, endless production. I mean, it's always endless production, but it's just, it could be going quicker. And I really want to tile all of this, all these foundations further back so that the copper doesn't have to travel ridiculous amounts of distance. Right, let's slap down some new smelters. We're going to get the same sort of ratio that we had with the iron. I'm going to try and get these things in a decent spot. So we're going to have a power line there. No, I can't afford that because I haven't got any rods. Damn. Guess I'll have to go and get some. Okay, now I have smelters. I'll stick you there. I'm hoping that the belts will fit behind this. It's gonna be snug, but I think I could get a splitter in. Which one's the input? You're the input. That is very snug. Ooh. Okay, there we go. That gets these bits loaded up with copper. I'll chuck the actual coppering ore that I have in there. I'm gonna go and get a smelter, a miner built up this way, and then we'll drag some belts down for the to input into the copper smelters, and then we'll sort out the ratios for actually getting wire and cable produced. And what we can do here, you just ride the conveyors all the way back. Wonderfully handy. And there we go. That will get copper ore going into these two smelters. Again, same sort of ratio, you know, 1 miner to 2 smelters. Then we need to take our constructors, and they need to make both wire and cable. So let's just drop a couple of these down so we can figure out what we need from them. So one smelter is producing 30 copper ingots per minute. So we're producing 60. These require 1 copper ingot every 15 seconds, so, no, 15 per minute, they need 1 every 4 seconds. I'm getting all mixed up. So we can support 4 of these making wire. I have worked this out before. and made a rather cool setup, one that I was rather pleased with, so I want to try and duplicate that. Whether I'll be able to or not is another matter. You need to move, mate. Thank you. In fact, no, I think I'll stick my first constructor can go in here. Then we'll stick another one right next to it there. And then we'll come out on the other side of this with the other two. And floor is too steep, is it? Oh, I need some more foundations then, don't I? I've been cannibalizing foundation plate from all over the bloody factory, because anything that I don't think is going to end up having something built on it, because trying to steal it all away is where I can. Because my concrete production is so slow and terrible at the moment. Alright, there we go. That should work. Marvellous. Right, all of these are going to be making wire. And we want to split each of the belts that are going to be coming in. So we'll say one input there. And we'll put another input in around this side. Oop, nope, that ain't going to work. That's an invalid shape. We'll just drag you in like that then. Tidy you up eventually. Right, you go in there, you go in there. I'm just going to slapdash this until it makes something work. Right. We need to start powering things. That's one thing that we need to do. Power that miner up there, please. I'm now missing cable myself. The system that I am trying to power and get all set up, I don't actually have the resources necessary to power it. Because I don't have it automated yet. Ah! Boom. Okay, we're getting copper ingots out of that one because I already preloaded it with ore. The miner looks to be functioning, which is just fantastic news. So these all should be set up for wire, which they are. Great. Okay, production, I need another constructor so I can figure out how many of these machines I want making cable. So these require 2 wires every 30 minutes, 30 per minute. These produce 45 per minute. Ah, I remember working this ratio out. What was it? Was it 2 wire to... Yes, I need... It's like... for like a Factorio reference, it's like the green circuits. It's a 2 to 3. So 2 of these to 3 machines making the cables. That will be our perfect ratio. That's what we want to achieve here. And now I need to remember how the fuck I sort the belts out. Because... yeah... Okay, I remember. I think I remember. I'm going to need some more concrete so that I can slab out some more foundations. But this should be fine. And I think I'm also going to need some more reinforced plate. Yes, I am. Okay, I'll have to go and make that. But then we'll finish up this little build. Ooh, it's going to be a good one. Right, I have to figure out how I want to space these. You're kind of dead center there. Is that going to be enough space for me to work with? I'm not sure. I'll bring this forward one gap along here. So what I need is I need a merger and 2 splitters. I need a merger that goes into this machine. And then I need 2 splitters pointing into this one. Or 1 into that one and 1 into the one on this side. So what'll happen is both of these machines will output into the splitters. The splitters will obviously 50-50 things, but this will eventually back up. I'm pretty sure this is how I organised things before. I'm not 100% sure. But this is the way that I'm going to be doing it now, so I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, you go over there. You need to go straight into that one. These guys are going to just merge into... Oh, are they going to merge? Because the belts aren't going to be able to handle their throughput just yet. But you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to merge them and shove them in a box. I'm just concerned about having the production right now, not really about how massively efficient it is. But trying to make sure you get the right ratios is always a good way to start. So, you know, you can consider where you're going in the future. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. You know, it's important to be mindful of how the ratios are going to work out, especially if you're going to want to optimize everything and get the best out of each type of production. You know, some of the Factorio stuff that I used to do, like, was never like the most efficient. It was mostly there to look nice, but there were games that I played like in my spare time where I was like, right, okay, how much of this do I need to make this? Yeah. And I do want to do more of that with this. I definitely want to try and achieve some slightly better efficiency. But there we go. We've got cables, which they should... Yeah, the belts will be able to keep up with the production of the cables. It's just the wire we're producing far too much for the belts to handle on these these speed belts anyway. Once we get the Mark II, I don't have access to Mark II belts yet, do I? No. But Mark II belts will be able to handle the throughput of two machines there. But that's a little build that I'm rather pleased with, I think. I think it looks rather fantastic. But yeah, I think the way that I've set these belts up for the wire into cable, I think I've set it up correctly, that it should keep things... Like, you're backing up really quite quickly. You're not really, you're kind of staying even. I think the outside ones are going to continue to just kind of like keep an even amount, or an equal amount. They're going to not back up quite so quickly, but I think as that middle one backs up, it should level out with the other two. We'll have to see. For now, it's looking alright, and the power's doing okay. We've got everything up and running, so I'm impressed. Things are going well. Let's try and get the... Oh, we definitely got the cable. I was going to say, let's try and get everything set up for the parts assembly milestone. But the cable is not a problem. We're just waiting for the wire. You know what, I'm just going to take a load of wire out of the machines. It's easier than waiting for the storage container to fill up. Okay. Launch that pod. Do it.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated.
Yeah. Sweet. So we have now unlocked the assembler. We've also unlocked the rotor and the modular frame, which are both things that we are going to need to make this thing. But once we've built our first one, we can automate the production of the other things. Modular frames are made with reinforced iron plate and iron rods. Rotors are made with rods and screws. All things that we currently have access to. So, actually, I haven't automated the screw production yet, have I? No. So that's something to consider. We'll have to work on that in the next episode, probably. Figure it out as we go. The next thing I do want to do, though, is obstacle clearing. That's going to be our next milestone. We're going to need some reinforced iron plate for that one. Some rods, some cables, some wire. Nothing too much. But that will give us access to a slightly larger inventory and the chainsaw, which means we can get rid of all these mildly annoying little trees that are all kind of in the way. But for now, I think that will do. Everything's going really rather well over here. I've not got any massive complaints. These belts are staying very full with all the iron stuff. We're producing fucking loads of shit at the moment. We're one thing I really want to do with regards to... Oh yeah, we're getting low on biofuel, so I definitely think getting the chainsaw sorted so we can do a biofuel run is going to be important. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. Just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Fuck, no. Bollocks.